So there you are, trying to become the next famous trendjacker on YouTube, and you know that in your heart, if you can just get one video to pop, it's game over. And you're gonna make a candy company that becomes so big, it will make Mr. Beast and Ryan Trahan look like a couple of dumb little business babies drooling all over their bibs. You've seen other people do it, right? How hard can it be? Every day you wake up at 5 a.m. You do your market research, write a banger script, shoot, edit, export, upload, thumbnail, social post for amplification, and then you press refresh 10,000 times, hoping that you see that graph go up and to the right. This is gonna be the day your dreams come true, baby. Here we go. Upload, live, and nothing. Nothing? Again? Dude, what the ever living crap is happening? You became a content creator because you thought it would be fun, right? Because you want that diamond play button on your wall and you want to stand on the main stage at Vid Summit in front of 5,000 adoring fans knowing that you are leaving an impact. But that's not your reality, is it? It's been 2 straight years and every day it feels like you're somehow getting worse at content creation. You feel like you're never getting ahead, and all those times that you stayed home and blew your friends off to edit a video don't really feel worth it anymore. You angrily obsess about how the Stokes twins get 20 million views on a video and you can't even get 20. Well, hey, come here. I want to tell you a little secret. You should quit. Seriously, quit. No, I don't mean quit and give up on your dreams. I mean, quit trying to make content the way that you're doing it. Stop trying to be the next trendjacker and make the content you want to make. Now, before you get all reactive in the comments, just hear me out. By the end of this video, I think that you'll agree with me. And I think that you might even question other things that you should quit to free up your time and eliminate stress so you can actually succeed. I'm Josh, the founder of Upright Media and the host of Press Refresh, and today we're going on a candid and introspective journey to cut things out of your life to free you up to be a better creator. A lot of YouTube is becoming noise. You see a lot of these top creator channels where all the thumbnails look the same. It's the same challenges, the same secret rooms, the same game mechanics, the same cartoony motion graphics and font face over and over and over and over and over. Everyone is trying to become some version of everyone else, not straying too far away from where the kids are putting their attention. And it all kind of feels like discount Mr. Beast. But it's like that because the last 5 years, that's what's worked the best. So I don't hate on it. I mean, to a certain degree, I really respect the hell out of it. And, you know, I had a hand in producing a ton of that kind of content. So maybe I'm part of the problem. I have plenty of friends who have followed this strategy and have grown huge YouTube channels, and they've done it really well. They're the best at this, and they've got big teams behind them, and infrastructure, and massive audiences that will guarantee them tens of millions of views per month. Now, look, because that version of content creation became so popular, there are still waves of new creators approaching YouTube with the idea that this is the only way to succeed. And whether or not they actually like that type of content, they're forcing themselves to try. But without having the budget that the big creators have, they're starting off with a massive disadvantage. So, would you rather drain your bank account for the chance of becoming a copy of a copy of a copy? Or would you rather forge your own path and be rewarded for your genuine efforts? Seems easy to me. Simple answer. When I got into the YouTube space in 2010, YouTubers were just figuring it out. It was this really cool time of experimentation, originality, and taking big chances on something different in hopes of success. Now, I'll never be one of those guys that's like, back in my day, things were different and better. Because those people suck. But the one thing that I think about all the time is taking those big chances on something different. Because regardless of how the creator landscape has changed, the human psyche craves variety. And of course, not all top creators are following the same formats. There are so many high-level examples of people doing it right. Of course, you've got Ryan Trahan. This dude is creating incredibly engaging storytelling content with a cell phone and a DSLR and a couple of guys on his team. Michelle Khare with her show Challenge Accepted. You got Mr. Ballin, the strange, dark, and mysterious storyteller. You got Jamie with Aquarium Info rocking out aquarium content. And of course, you can't talk about originality without Sam frickin' Sulek. If you guys don't know, Sam is the bodybuilder who has been on an incredible journey of just getting as big and strong as humanly possible. But the original thing with his video is he does these like very interesting long vlogs where he will just talk for like 50 minutes. He is starting to reinvent storytelling in a way that reminds me of old YouTube. The Botez sisters and their multiple chess channels, Jordan the Stallion doing bathroom vlogs, and then of course Kai Cenat the world's most popular live streamer. Okay, so let's say you've actually put 2 straight years into your YouTube channel, and for the sake of this exercise, you're one of the people who's been trying to trend jack and it's going nowhere. No traction with your audience, not much revenue coming in, and you're still working a day job. So you are not having fun and you're likely getting burnt out. But it's not too late to pivot into something that's got better chances for success. There's an interesting comparison in economics called the sunk cost fallacy. So this is essentially when you're throwing good money after bad to try to justify a poor investment. Rather than chalking it up as a loss and just moving on, some people will waste more time and money trying to make themselves feel better about past investments. Sometimes even doubling down rather than just marching forward and focusing on a better future. A practical example of the sunk cost fallacy can be demonstrated at the movie theater. Let's say you take your baby girl out to the movies, all right? You buy a couple tickets, you sit down, and then you discover that the movie sucks butt. But you'll sit through that butt-sucking movie because you've already bought your tickets, and you want to get your money's worth, right? Wrong. You can never get that money back. And just because you've already spent the money doesn't mean the movie's gonna get any better regardless of how long you stubbornly sit in the dark. A further pattern of the sunk cost fallacy is to fool ourselves into thinking that things will be different if we just did more. And what makes a bad movie better than some snacks? So you head out to the concession stand and you load up on some popcorn, Sour Patch Kids, and a big old fountain soda, or pop, depending on where you're from. But again, that won't make the initial investment on the movie any better. You can't get your money back, that's a sunk cost, but you can get your time back, which has tremendous value. So rather than doubling down on those treats, the best move would actually be to save those additional snack dollars and walk your happy butts out of the theater and use that hour and a half you both saved on something more worthwhile. Our lizard brains hate to lose and will do anything to prevent ourselves from having to face that shame. But if you're ever in that situation, look at it like you're winning a better present and then gaining the opportunity for an even better future, i.e., a new content strategy creating something more purposeful. A lot of YouTube has become straight up plagiarism. Colin and Samir have touched on this in one of their episodes, and I've heard a lot of people talking about this over the years. New generations of YouTubers coming in, trying to copy the stuff they've seen other people do, which has led to the quote, beastification of YouTube. I hate that term, by the way. So just stop, don't say beastification. It sounds weird. The solution is really quite easy. You create content already, you've been producing it and consuming it. You get this, man. But if you hate it, stop. That's it. If you find yourself in need of a pivot, here's what I'd suggest. I want you to identify what you love and write it down, all right? I want you to write down what you want to make. I'd recommend starting with what you're the most passionate about or know the most about. If you have an expert skill, so much of the work is already done. Look at Daniel Thrasher, for example. He's got amazing piano skills and a very witty sense of humor. I imagine he had a much easier and enjoyable time growing a huge YouTube following as a musical comedian than he would have if he tried creating the millionth high-budget spectacle channel. And then create a timeline on when you want to see the change. All right, so this one's pretty simple. Put an upload date on a calendar and then work backwards from there. Like if you know you have an upload date that you have to hit, if say it's arbitrarily it's July 24th, that's when I upload. Well, what do you have to do between that point and now in order to achieve your goal? From there, aim to create at least 3 months worth of content, both long and short form. You need to test things out to see what your audience is responding to. And usually when people pivot their channels, they see a dip in views because it's unfamiliar to the audience. But you need to ride this out. That's why we created 3 months of content. You need to test things, you need to see what the audience is responding to, and you need to learn from that. Also, remember, you weren't getting many views before this anyways, so just keep pushing forward, all right? You're gonna get through this. To quote Robert Frost, the only way out is through. Just power through it, all right? Don't give up. 3 months of content. And don't stop until you've uploaded 3 months of content. You need the data. And then finally, once the content is going live, learn and iterate. Obsess over your analytics and make sure that you're taking the audience feedback to make incremental improvements each time you upload. This is really helpful when you're finding your new voice and getting an audience to be fully engaged. Read the comments, look at the AVD graph, look at where your drop-offs are, try to get your retention higher. Anytime you see a drop, study it. Why are they dropping off right there? What did you do or say? How did you gesticulate? How was your set? Like, how did everything look? Pick it apart and really become a scientist when it comes to that, because incremental change over time is going to be a massive change. And finally, have fun. For the love of God, have fun. You are making YouTube content. It is the coolest job in the world, and you have this incredible opportunity to build a community around your content. Isn't that insane? Isn't that crazy to you? We're YouTubers. You get to be a YouTuber. You get to make content and put it on a platform that didn't exist 20 years ago, and you can monetize it. You can have an impact. It's insane. So have fun with it. If you're not having fun, there's no point in doing this. If you're doing something that's genuine and creating genuine content that has an impact, people will follow you because it makes them feel good. So that's how you quit to make room in your life to do the things that you actually enjoy. Because in the long run, it doesn't matter how long you've been committed to creating content of a certain type. If you feel that you need to pivot into something that's more genuine and enjoyable to make you feel good, then you should. Your happiness and enthusiasm will read on screen. And I can almost guarantee you that you'll find an audience of people who get behind you just for that alone. For those who are just starting their YouTube journey, now is the time to take those big chances and do something different. The pendulum is starting to swing back away from spectacle content, and people are craving stories again. They want to explore niches, all right? So now is your chance to do something different, to do something genuine, and build an audience that will follow you every step of the way. If you're looking for a piece of advice, let me know in the comments, and your suggestion could be a future episode. And if you found this episode helpful, click the like and subscribe buttons, turn that notification bell on, and we will see you next time.